Hello, ladies and gentlemen. How are you? This is Vane Thomas, your conscious love coach. You may be asking yourself, what is a conscious love coach? What do conscious love coaches do? Well, I may be the first of my kind because conscious love coach was created by me. And it was actually to put a new spin and put a new twist on what we call life coaches. I believe that as a conscious love coach, I do three things. First thing I do is that I help people recognize that healing begins with you. If healing is ever going to happen, it's going to be your responsibility, and it's the responsibility of no one else. The second thing that I do is that I help people overcome past traumas and past pains, and I do that through techniques and systems in which I've created, which I've also used to come through and to grow through my past traumas and my past pains. The last thing I do is that I give people proven techniques and practices to be in love and fall in love with every single thing that they do. That's so powerful. So listen, I wanted to share with you today something that's wonderful for me and powerful for me. I noticed that Marvin Gaye wrote a song. And in the song Marvin Gaye wrote, it was talking about let's get it on, right? But one of the things that was stopping the process of Marvin Gaye and whoever his chosen lover was from getting it on is that this simple thing that Marvin put in the song. He says, let's stop beating around the bush. You know what I recognize, ladies and gentlemen? I recognize that people beat around the bush when it comes to truth. And the reason they do that is because to tell the truth, we actually have to do away with the false image that we are attached to. We have to do away with the story that we've told in ourselves and other people about ourselves. And sometimes that can be very frightening. Because if I let go of the story that I told myself and other people about me, and I let go of the image that I see myself with or in or as, then when I let it go, then who do I become? And how will other people see me? So that emotion or that inspiration that we do it out of is called a need. And that need is the need of acceptance or approval. I was with my mother a few moments ago, and I said, Mom, something irritated me the other day. We were talking, and I noticed that you say this all the time. Every time we talk about our childhood and I tell you things that happened that affected me, you say, oh, well, I didn't know, I wasn't there. And I said, Mom, there were times where you were there. There were things that you had a part in. And she said, you know what, baby, your brother said the same thing to me the other day. And I'm sorry, I apologize. I apologize for that. I didn't know. I was taking examples from my upbringing, and I thought it was the right thing to do, and I didn't know how to have a voice and to speak up and tell you, hey, I'm sorry. And so whenever you brought it up, I felt bad about it, but I didn't know how to really tell you that I was sorry, so I just said I wasn't there. That was my way of coping with it and dealing with it, because I already felt bad about not doing anything at the time. I said, Mom, thank you so much. That was so needed. I needed you to specifically say what was done and say that you were sorry and that you didn't really need it or want it to happen. That helped me. That healed me. Because what many people will make you believe, sometimes people will make you believe that you've lost your mind and that you're having some type of fairy tale or elusive dream or something, and it's not really happening. I'm making this video because there was a person years ago in which I trusted, and I still love that person to this day. He was a mentor. That person did some things that violated my trust of him and violated my wife's trust of him. I won't get into details, But what I notice is that when people apologize or when people ask for forgiveness, most times they beat around the bush and they say things like, if I did anything to hurt you, or forgive me for everything that I did. My wife, years ago, was talking to someone that she had hurt and that had hurt her. And she began to spill out in detail everything that she had done against this person. That person didn't say a word, didn't voice a word. And before long, that person said, I feel like there's been some type of transfer. I feel heavy. But my wife said, that's because you didn't release and say exactly what you did. You beat around the bush. Beating around the bush does nothing but harm you as the individual that did it or received it, and it harms the person that did it. So let's stop beating around the bush. If we're going to heal, if we're going to be honest, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for us to tell and say exactly what we've done and exactly who we've been, because that brings a level of trust and it brings a level of integrity, and it also, brings healing. So ladies and gentlemen, let's stop beating around the bush because people are waiting for your honesty. Well, remember, ladies and gentlemen, this is Vane Thomas, your conscious love coach, and we are inspiring the world to live greater. I want you to understand that when you have gone through the most pain, that means that you're destined to be a healer, and while other people are going through, you are learning to grow through. Congratulations on this healing journey. I'll talk to you all later. Peace.